Hi everyone! Are you struggling with the frustrating Proteus error message invalid opcode 0xFFFF at PC0x002A? Many people encounter this, and it can stop your simulation dead in its tracks. But don't worry, today we're going to break down exactly what this error means and, more importantly, how you can fix it quickly. This common issue often points to a few simple problems that are easy to resolve once you know where to look. First, let's understand what invalid opcode 0xFFFF actually signifies. An opcode is a short code that represents a specific instruction for your microcontroller. Think of it as a command. When Proteus simulates your circuit, the microcontroller tries to execute these commands one after another. The 0xFFFF part is a specific hexadecimal value. In many microcontrollers, especially when memory is unprogrammed or erased, it defaults to this value. So, invalid opcode 0xFFFF means your microcontroller tried to execute an instruction that simply doesn't exist or is corrupted at that memory location. The PC 0x002A indicates the program counter value, showing the exact memory address where this invalid instruction was encountered. Essentially, your microcontroller is trying to run something it doesn't understand. Now, why does this error happen? The most common reason, by far, is that your Proteus simulation doesn't have a valid program loaded for the microcontroller. You need a compiled program, usually a .hex file, for the microcontroller to execute. If this file is missing, or if Proteus can't find it, the microcontroller will just read empty or default memory values, leading to the 0xFFFF error. Other reasons include an incorrect path to your hex file, meaning you told Proteus where to look, but the file isn't actually there. Sometimes, the hex file itself might be corrupted or incomplete, perhaps due to a compilation issue in your development environment. It's also possible you compiled your code for one type of microcontroller but selected a different one in your Proteus schematic. The instructions, opcodes, for different microcontrollers are not always the same. Less frequently, but still a possibility, there might be an issue with your Proteus installation or a compiler glitch. So, how do we fix this pesky error? The primary solution involves checking and correcting your hex file settings in Proteus. Double-click on the microcontroller component in your Proteus schematic. A Properties window will open. Look for the Program File field. This is where you tell Proteus which hex file to load. Click the folder icon next to this field and carefully navigate to the location of your compiled .hex file. Make absolutely sure the path is correct and that the file exists at that location. It's often best to place your hex file in the same folder as your Proteus project, or use an absolute path. After setting the correct path, try running the simulation again. If the error persists, the next step is to recompile your code. Go back to your IDE, whether it's MATLAB-X, Arduino IDE, Keel, or another. Clean your project if possible, then rebuild or recompile your code. This ensures a fresh, uncorrupted .hex file is generated. Pay close attention to any warnings or errors during this compilation process. Also, verify that the microcontroller type selected in your IDE's project settings perfectly matches the microcontroller part you've placed in your Proteus schematic. A simple mismatch here can cause serious problems. If you're still stuck, try compiling and loading a very basic program, like a simple LED blink sketch. If that works, it indicates your Proteus setup is generally fine, and the issue might lie within your more complex code. Finally, ensure your Proteus software is up to date, as newer versions often fix bugs. That's how you can effectively troubleshoot and resolve the invalid opcode 0xFFFF at PC0x002A error in Proteus. It's usually a straightforward fix related to your hex file or compilation process. I really hope this guide has helped you get your simulations running smoothly again. If this video was useful, please give it a thumbs up to let me know. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more helpful tutorials and tips on electronics and simulation software. Thanks so much for watching.